Okay, let's just check. This is a good way. Good morning to you all. You're watching Citizen AY live on Odudua TV radio. I hope I find you well. I hope what we're showing you can see. I'm trying to see if this works. No, what does that mean? We are just trying to do a few tests here and there. Make sure it works. Just to make sure, because we've been having some problems. So I'm going to test the system whilst I'm here. So good morning to you all. If you're joining us, you're watching Citizen AY. What does that mean? Okay. We are just trying to do a few tests here and there. Just want to be sure. Make sure it works. Just to make sure, because we've been having some problems. So I'm going to test the system whilst I'm here. So good morning. Welcome. If you're joining us, as you're coming in, please do share the broadcast as you're coming in. I'm going to share it onto a platform and see the reaction, because we have to make sure things are working. I'm sorry about this. I'm just testing everything. It's not because I'm trying to go in now. I just need to make sure this works. So that's what I mean. So I think all of us have to talk here to be doing things, and I'm going to be doing broadcasts, and I'm having to test the system as it's been a problem. Good morning, and welcome. Look, all I will say to you all, and I'm going to share this broadcast across to the other platform. I need to, first of all, make us all aware of what is happening. 1 second, please. 1 second, please. Let me just check something. I forgot. Again, you've been hearing about all this political party stuff. We're not interested in political parties. We're not. We want a referendum. Because obviously they see that we are insistent on us going for our independence. They want to try and stop that process. So they're saying, "Oh, we've been hearing talk about forming a political party." I don't want to form. I'm not part of any political party. I'm not interested in forming any political party to remain in Contraction Nigeria. Let's be very, very clear about that. I am not. Contraction Nigeria is designed to enslave Southerners, and until we get that, what I'm about to show you will tell you why you should know that you are enslaved. What you see on your screen is a group of, it's a video showing you list of things, resources that we have in our land. Let me try and make that smaller. These are resources that we have in our land. Yeah, I'm trying to show you what we have. All of these things you see here, they are resources that we have in our land. Now, let me just do one thing quickly before I can proceed. Okay, so now I'm gonna join up those who are on Facebook. As ever, I always start on YouTube. So we're gonna do that now. Good morning, and welcome those of you joining us on YouTube. You are watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I know the broadcast has been sort of intermittent of late, so we are checking that it's working. So we've had to just do a few changes, and we might do a change to the times that we're doing. Look, all of us, it's important to know that we are all doing one thing, which is to bring focus and attention to the fraud we call Nigeria, to make sure that we dismantle it. We cannot be part of this injustice anymore. So I don't know if you can hear me. We cannot be part. Okay, you can. Good. It's loud and clear. So good morning to you all. Good morning. As you're coming in, do share this broadcast. We're live on YouTube and we're live on Facebook. If you're joining us on YouTube, on Facebook, please subscribe to us on YouTube. The reason we're trying to do this is to really make sure we know the reasons why we are going for the individual nations, Yoruba nation, Biafra nation, Medieval, why we are justified. And also, I also want to put on record that when we do go, there's been some concerns expressed by others that, okay, if you go and get when you get Yoruba Nation, Igbo Nation, what will you do? How will you survive? And all of that. We're here to really talk about those things and explain to us that we have nothing to worry about. What you see behind me on the screen are the list of resources we have in our land. Even the holy places that they talk about, they don't have what we have. So tell me who's blessed. Tell me who is blessed. That's what I wanted to raise this morning. So please subscribe to. I'm just gonna. So as you're coming in, please would urge you to share this broadcast and go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. I'm hoping that we can build this over time and do it, as we're going along. I'm not going to be able to do a broadcast tonight. That's why I had to do the broadcast today, this morning. And I've had 1 or 2 problems, so I've wanted to be checking and how we're doing things. So I'm hoping that this will be stable. So, but as I said, if you're coming in, do go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We very much like your support. Let me just, sorry. Okay, I'm going to do it another way. Sorry about that. So one more time. So just give us a minute. And also there is a video that I want us to look at. But what I will do is once we start the broadcast, we will go into the video proper. Because there are things that are really happening that we mustn't be silent about. We cannot afford to be silent about this kind of injustice going on. It is absurd. It is unacceptable. It is something that we must not accept. So I don't know, maybe of you, a few days ago, there's a video of this bunch of, terrorists going around in the east. So I'll quickly show that video in a few minutes, but I just want to wait for numbers to grow a little bit. So let me see if I can share this now. Yeah, so we'll do this. Okay, so good morning to you. And please, as you're coming in, do share this broadcast. We appreciate your support and your continued support of us as we speak truth to power at every level. We are not going to be cowered by a governance that is determined to enslave us in our own land, and we must all play a part. I want you to know that even you, as you're watching me now, you have a role to play in this. I will try and stagger the thing, but for now I needed to take this morning, so do beg your pardon. Now let me show you a video quickly, and then we can talk about that in a little more detail. So here is the video that I wanted you to see. Here is the video. Oh, sorry, where is it? There we are. Right, okay, so now okay.
Give chairman. Oh yeah, guy, go up.
Right.
Come on, go. Oh yeah. They go climb up. You don't go to the fire come here now. You go see. Oh yeah. Hey, go climb.
Just want you to see. This is in the east. And apparently these guys were caught. They were caught with drugs. These terrorists were caught with. I don't know if you can see. Can you see?
Oh yeah.
1 minute.
Get a rough 100.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to adjust it as I. Sorry. Oh, sorry, it's my fault. So there they are with dogs.
Guy, come back here.
See? So we think they were in the east sent to do some kind of work. We don't know what kind of work they were sent to do.
Oh yeah. Make the climb now.
Here they are. So you can see.
Guys, where they go?
You see?
Where are they supposed to go?
So just wanted to see as much as possible. Sorry.
Don't let us escape from that place. Oh.
So Junior, this is what they're doing.
Sonido. Tell that kid, so you even if not going to make it enter. Okay, enter motor, say your dog. Come on, enter motor.
So you can see.
You know, Chris?
So
because we never take slap for it. Come on, climb motor, make you come on here.
Slap doesn't come up for your face now. Because they don't know.
Okay, I ain't going to set up for a police to 202. Oh, because I have a papa. He's not saying
so you can see now that they have got some sort of dogs in the east and they were caught. So they were forced to take those dogs onto the trailers and leave the area. Now it seems like they're. Anyway, let's watch it to the end.
Oh yeah, put them.
Let's watch it to the end.
Come, who got this one?
So they are being forced to take all the dogs. They are being forced to take it back, and that's good. We need more people to be doing like this, to do more. Now, and that's a good thing. We need to expose this kind of injustice, and yet the government will not mention this. Channels will not talk about it. All of these things, we see these videos on a daily basis. We get videos sent to us and it's talked about on a daily basis. And yet, the likes of channels and others will not question this. Yet, this is impacting the lives of people daily. This is why we talk about the need for us to go for a referendum. And it is our right. It is our right. Another thing I wanted to bring to your attention. They talk about the nomination forms. That every time they're going to nominate somebody, they have to pay money. In the UK, they don't pay a penny. Let me show you something in the UK. So anyway, before I go to the other topic, I wanted to just talk about this, show this that issue of this thing of the dogs. This the issue of the dogs that you see in the camera that the Fulanis are taking around emphasizes the need for us to have vigilante groups across the whole of the South. It emphasizes the need for us to have vigilante groups across the whole of the South, because these people, they have an agenda, and we cannot, under any circumstances, allow this to become something that they can just come and do as they please and get away with. So we, and yeah, with dogs, exactly. So now they're exactly Van Maxwell. So these are the kind of things we bring this to people's attention. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. So now, thank you, Van Maxwell, my brother. And please, those of you watching us on Facebook, please, we urge you join us on YouTube as well. Subscribe to us. I'm gonna just block this for a minute. I'm gonna 1 second. Somebody's been difficult there. Let me just take that away. It's a distraction. I don't know why they keep doing that, and we're gonna just remove that. So we just remove all that kind of message that doesn't mean anything to us. Now, so you can see in the picture they have dogs. Now the reason why we must continue, and please don't forget, I urge you as you're coming in, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do more broadcasts on a regular basis, and hopefully we can get things going. Facebook has been giving us a lot of problems, and it's been slowed things down somewhat. So we've not been able to give a regular broadcast and be coming on as usual, because for about a month or so, over about 4 months to 6 weeks, we were blocked. So, and that meant that we were not able to continue the broadcast in the manner in which we could. And of course, I had some health issues, but it's under control now, and hopefully we're good to go from that point of view. But we'll see how it goes. Now, what I was saying there was that, you see, the fact that they are having dogs and they're sending them to the east and we don't know where else, it means that they're getting, those dogs must be sent to go and maybe to track something, to sniff something, whatever, or to start attacking people. But it's not being covered. And we are again understanding that the UK might be somehow be involved in training them about how to use dogs and all of that. We don't have the evidence, but why are they suddenly in the east with dogs? That's the question we should be asking. And why are there none of the newspapers, none of the reports on ground carrying it? So we are bringing this to your attention. And this emphasizes the need for us to go for referendum. We need referendum. We must have referendum. It is important that we have a referendum, and we must continue to encourage our people to go for a referendum, because that is the only way we can free ourselves from the enslavement that we're in. Because make no mistake about it, we have been enslaved in our land for so long, and we've been conditioned to accept to be slaves in our own land. When our resources that I show you, the picture I show you is the resources we have behind us. We have in our soil, even as I'm speaking to you. As I'm speaking to you, we're a land endowed with resources. That even those places they call holy, those so-called holy places, they haven't got half of what we have. They haven't. And I'm here to explain this, particularly to my Yoruba brothers and my Igbo brothers as well. I'm going to focus on the Southwest in terms of the resources today. I might touch on one or two in the East, but I'm sure many of you within Biafra this have been brought to your attention. And I'm trying to do the same thing with the Southwesterners, to make us aware that we are rich people. Our land is truly blessed, and it's time we realize that. And when we do go for Yoruba and Omoluabi or Oduduwa Nation, when we go for Oduduwa Nation and Biafrans get theirs, we have enough resources to get on with our lives. Now, we are not going to bother with whatever Nigeria owes. That is, those who are going to keep hold of Nigeria can keep that. They can keep they will keep the cost of whatever they owed, because the money that they borrowed, they have not used it to do anything in our land, and that is a plain fact. And these are things that there's evidence. If you say you take money, you go and borrow money, and what has the money done in our land? So those are the kind of things that we will be putting when we now come to, once we have a referendum, we will need to have this kind of discussion. But first, I want you to know what we have. Now, let me show you something quickly. I'm going to go quickly and show you something. I want to show you in the UK, just to part of, they're talking about elections. By the way, I urge you, please do not in any way support any election. As Southerners, our job is to go for referendum. That must be our number one task. In the UK, you become a member of parliament by being elected in a by-election or general election. You can stand for election as a member of a political party or as an independent candidate. And normally you must get the support of your party's nominating officer before you can become a prospective candidate. So you can go and run. Yes, your party can elect you. Now, the same thing here. And I'm yet to see somebody having to pay money to be nominated. You put yourself forward in a party, or if you set up a party, you can also go forward and be that party's nominated person. But we're hearing that the nomination forms in Nigeria, that you have to pay money. You have to pay some sort of money towards that. And the idea behind this thing of having money, to pay money for you to be nominated, it means that they are restricting citizens. You are literally restricting citizens from being able to take part in their own governance. And this is a very, very bad situation. When a system is designed to restrict you as a member, as a citizen, from actually being able to take part in the electoral process, that is a fraudulent electoral process. Because I know that they say they have to get nomination papers, people have to pay some money. And that is not the case here in the UK. You present yourself, you give your ideas. It's about the ideas. It's not about funds. And that's another fraud that I wanted to touch on. I'll talk more about that later on. But we might come back to it. But I wanted to talk about this. Now, okay, so now I'm going to close off this. So now we can now move on and talk about the real issues of the day. Now, the picture you see behind me is a picture of the resources we have in our land. Yeah, let me just okay, sorry about that. Let me just okay, so now the picture you see behind me, I'm just going to check that. I was going to try and do a few things, but sorry, I beg your pardon. So now the picture you see behind me, directly behind me, is a picture of the resources we have in our land, many of which millions of us are not even aware that we have. We are not even aware. And today, what I want to do, I did a program in Yoruba yesterday. I want to do it in English today so that we can reach more people and explain to us just how blessed we are. Or in my opinion, I want you to look at this, and I will then show you a picture of a particular place that many of us like to go to and see. So I want you to see, this is going to be in English today. I want you to see a particular place that people love to go to. The place is Israel. Israel mining minerals and fuel resources. Now, in Israel, here are the list of resources they have in the whole of Israel. And it goes like this: potash, copper ore, that is, natural gas, phosphate rock, magnesium bromide, clays, and sand. So all of that in total is 7 resources. Yeah? Are you following me? I hope you're following me. Type 1 if you're following what I'm saying to you. It's very, very important. And get this. They are primarily dependent on crude oil and raw material imports. They are primarily dependent on crude oil and raw material imports. Are you following me? That's the Israel and the big country that all of us, I'm going to Israel. They are dependent on the resources. Now, let me show you the resources we have. I will show you. You've seen now that in Israel, they have only 7 mineral resources. Now, when I show you this, you now decide for yourself, which land is blessed? Is it the land of Israel or the land of our own ancestors? You decide for yourself. Because this is the kind of things that we need to be looking at to understand. Our people, we need to really understand that when we do get referendum, we are indeed positioned to be able to be totally independent. Because I will show you shortly resources in our land that is going to benefit each and every Yoruba Oduduwa person, each and every Biafran, each and every Middle Belter, because we have these resources by the bucket load, in almost infinite. It is almost infinite in our land. And the fact that the government refuses to employ our people in mining, I will show you something else also that I want you to bear in mind. When I talk about I will talk about one of the resources, and I will go into detail and expose the fraud of the governors. And this is another thing we need to hold on to know, to justify our going for self-determination via a referendum. Now, so you see now, I will keep this and I'll be coming back to this over and over. Now let's go to a state. Let me just do something quickly whilst I'm here. Let me just check something. Is it there? So we are gonna. This is in the southwest, for example. Roughly, this is not a set map and everything, but this is what we have. These are the places that we have in the southwest. And do you know, out of the eight states in southwest, 6 of them have got gold mines. There are mineral resources. There are 6 gold mineral resources sites in 6 out of the 8 states in the south. 6. Yes, you could. Out of 8 states, there are 6. Now, based on what I showed you about Israel, which land is blessed? Which land is blessed? You tell me. I'll give you the evidence. I'm just wanting us to start thinking, because our thinking has truly been bastardized. We've been made to believe that we have nothing when we have everything. When the Most High, whatever you want to call it, has given us a land full of mineral resources that is sought after. Even Israel is seeking after raw materials, and we have it. You've seen it in what let me go back to this thing again. So I want you to really understand. It says here. Otherwise, it's primarily dependent on crude oil and raw material imports. We have this by the bucket load. We have it in abundance. That's what I'm trying to get us to understand. So when somebody says, "Oh, how are you going to survive on your own when you become Yoruba Oduduwa nation or Biafra nation?" Here is the answer. We are trying to provide you with the answer of how we will survive on our own. Now, let's go into one of the states. 1 second. Let me just go here. Whoops. What's going on there? Okay, it's recording. I think it's saying. Okay, that's fine. It looks like everything is working fine. Nothing untoward there. Let me just check. I just want to make sure that we got everything running as it should. It is running fine. Okay, good. Now, I want to just quickly do something. Right, here we go. Okay. Oh, gosh. When you want something, it suddenly becomes a problem, eh? It's there. Okay. Let me check here quickly, briefly. Okay, so that's the picture. I want to just quickly do something, and I'll be back in a second. Here we go. So now we got it. So that's the one I was looking for. Sorry about that. Just wanted you to be able to see it. So now we will bring that to the forward, bring that forward, and then put this back here. Now I'm bringing that there. 1 second. Okay. Okay, just do this here since you're being difficult. Okay, now I want to let us start with Ekiti. Let us start with Ekiti. Now, Ekiti State. I just did a little thing to give you an idea of what it looks like. Let's start with Ekiti State. Now, here is Ekiti. It says it got kaolin, feldspar, titanium, granite, cyanide. Ekiti has a little bit more than that as well, but let us just go into it. Ekiti has also gold. So let me go into Ekiti State. Mineral resources in Ekiti. Yeah. So I'm trying to just show us one or two things, because it's important we understand that when they're trying to tell us all of these lies, that we don't believe it. Stop falling for their lies. Stop falling for their lies. So now, here we have it. In Ekiti, yeah? Ekiti has just one state, too. We're not talking about 8 states, just one state, too. Potentially rich in mineral deposits. Remember, I told you, in Israel, they are primarily dependent on crude oil and raw material imports. Are you following me? I hope you're following what I'm saying. Now, let's go and look at the resources in Ekiti. Remember, I said to you, Israel has 6 mineral resources. In Ekiti alone, listen to this. Granite, kaolinite, columbite, shanokite, iron ore used in making cars, metal for cars, barite, aquamarine, gemstone, phosphate used in making fertilizers, limestone, tourmaline, and gold. That is 11 mineral resources in just Ekiti alone. Are you following me? Is this making sense to you? Type 1 if what I'm saying resonates with you. Let me see. Can I? Oh, sorry. Did I make it smaller? Oh, sorry. What's happened there? Sorry about that. I did make something smaller. I changed the scale. So let me go back again. Sorry about that. I hope you can see me now. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. I was trying to change something, and sometimes it does go a bit off. Those of you on Facebook. So I hope you can see that now. I don't know what happened there, but I'm trying to make sure it's corrected and it's working in the right manner. So, okay, so now, so what we are looking at, as you can see, if you're looking, if you're seeing what I'm saying, You can see on the screen. You can see on the screen. Again, once again, to show you that when we go for referendum, and this is a message we should pass to everybody, do not be afraid of going for referendum. And more reason why we need to protect our land. Our land is full of resources. Many people want it. And for us to be able to benefit from it, we have to protect it. We have to protect those resources. And as we know, under the 68 exclusive items in that fraudulent contraption, we have been denied access to those resources to improve our own lives. Remember, many of us were having to pay for our own electricity, a generator. We are by generator. You dig your own borehole. You provide your own security. Your road in your area you have to fix. There is nothing that the government is doing for you. There is no health care for you. There is no free health care for your family if something goes wrong. There is no compensation if you get killed by Fulani terrorists in your land. There is none. This is why we need to understand that as it stands now, the kind of information that we are providing for you is intended to make sure that you as a Southerner in a given area in the South can understand that right now beneath your feet, the resources that you have is what they are after. They want to take your resources from you and strip you of your right, the land of your ancestors. Your ancestors before they even dreamt about what is called Nigeria. Very, very important that we understand that. So I'm bringing this to your attention. Please do continue to share. I know the broadcast, the numbers are seriously down. Like I said, Facebook, I'm still under restriction by Facebook. And I'm trying to say that what is being said here, I'm saying that the people who are oppressing and killing us, and we have to say it, but when you say that, they come and block you. They come and say you are spreading false information. But when the governor says that people who are not from our parts are welcome to come in and take over land and be part of the country, and without catering for the people who are already in there, the indigenous people, that is injustice. We can't be silent. So don't be surprised if Facebook suddenly bring the broadcast down. If they do, at this point, I urge you, please subscribe to Citizen AY. Click on the link that you see below in Citizen AY there. Click on that link and subscribe to Citizen AY because on YouTube. Because Facebook may bring this broadcast down at any time. You can see that the numbers are severely down, which means that Facebook have said that they're deliberately not sharing this. They are deliberately not sharing this broadcast. It's not what you would see on your feed. They've taken Citizen AY off the feed as it would normally be the case. So we have to be very, very pragmatic and say, okay, that's what Facebook is doing. But that's not going to stop us from speaking truth to power. And that's why we are bringing this program like this. For example, people in Ekiti are not aware of the amount of resources beneath their feet. They're believing in a governance that is taking away this. They're taking these resources away from them, preventing the people from having access to improve their lives. So this is in Ekiti. Yeah. So in Ekiti, there are 11 mineral resources. There is, like I said, granite. There's aquamarine, where you can fisheries. The 68 exclusive items. Let me show you something. This you see here is impacted by this. Let me show you. I want to bring that information because it's really important that when we're talking about this, that we really understand how this is impacting our lives on a daily basis and the kind of things that we must do to correct this imbalance. It is unfair, it is unjust, and we cannot allow that to continue anymore. Oh man, come on, what's going on with this now? Sorry about this, I'm just trying to correct something here that I can see on the browser. Okay, so, okay, beg your pardon. What's that doing there? So we are just trying to, just bear with me. I'm trying to make sure I get this thing to be giving you all the information that you need. so that you do not miss out on things, because it's not really showing everything I want it to show. Okay, now one second. Okay, anyway, I will come back to that and try and get that resolved soon. What is there? Oh gosh, sorry, somebody's trying to call me. Sorry, not now. Who's that? No, sorry, not now. So we're gonna just ignore that. Beg your pardon. So now, like I said, I'm showing you. Okay. I don't know quite what that is doing, but I'm going to make this smaller. Okay, I think I know what it is. Yeah, sorry about that. Got it now. Yeah, don't know what it was showing some only bits of it, and I wanted you to see the full picture, because if you don't see the full picture, you cannot really, Okay, good. I think we're good to go now. So we got everything in. So I was concerned about that, and I didn't want to really change it too much, because the dynamics is very important that you understand and get that picture there, so that you can be able to relate to it more. Okay, so do beg your pardon, but sometimes it's best to check these things. So now, like I said, one of the things that I want to show you is to make sure that you are on following what is going on. So like I said, Facebook are trying different things. Facebook are doing different things. They are restricting the broadcast to make it to have uninterrupted broadcast. I'd urge you all to please ensure you subscribe to us on YouTube. The link is right there on Citizen AY. Just go there and click on it and subscribe to YouTube. That's the best way you can help us. Now, so like I said, you can see the resources in Ekiti. So now, the other thing I wanted to show you, before I forget, was this one. Let me go and get that out. Say exclusive items. Let me just get that out for you quickly to show you how that is impacting your access to these resources. I'm trying to show you exactly how the exclusive items is restricting your access to these resources. So you will know. You will go to 68 exclusive items, and it is item number 39. That impacts your ability to have access to these resources. Now let's just show you again. Pictures. Okay, go here. Now. No, that's not it. That's not it. I'll quickly get that up for you. So in fact, I'll go here. Let's do this. www.citizenay.org, and I'm showing you quickly how that will affect things. So now we're not going to download it, but I'm just going to go to page 75. Let's just make this very quick, because I want you to understand the connection. Many of us often we don't connect this. So here, I'm going to highlight this. See, mines and mineral resources. Yeah, mines and minerals. Did you see that? Mines and minerals, including oil fields, oil mining, geological surveys, and natural gas, are under what is called the 68 exclusive items on the exclusive legislative list. What that means is that by the fraudulent constitution, by putting them, the mines and minerals, number 39, it means that you and I, as citizens in each of those states, we are denied access to the things I showed you here. That is why we are going for a referendum. We are denied access to what I've showed you here. So this is very, very important information. I urge you all at this point, please go ahead and begin to provide set up vigilante groups in each of your areas, because they are after you for those resources. And you will notice the more areas that there are resources like this, the more the government is pushing the people away. They're pushing the people away from those areas, and they're using the terrorists and the bandits, so-called. They're not bandits, they are terrorists. They're using the bandits to chase people away from their land because of these resources. And it's really important we make that connection. When you make that connection, you now begin to understand why it is a must for us as Southerners to protect ourselves, protect our family, protect our land, because we are doing it to have something to leave for the coming generation of Southerners. It's very, very important. Nigeria is a slave camp. They've borrowed money upon money upon money. Nigeria will go and beg, cap in hand, to Contraction Nigeria. Will go and beg when we have the resources. I'm going to show you something shortly when I get to the next one. Now let's go to the next thing. I want to show, is it a kitty? Yeah, I think it's a kitty. Let me just do one thing. Beg your pardon, but I just want to, sometimes when you're doing this, here we go. Okay. Now we're going to go to Ogun State. And when I go to Ogun State, I will show you something again. Ogun State has got phosphate again. If you see, the similarity. They've got phosphate in Ogun State. In Ekiti, they've got phosphate as well. Ogun State has got limestone. Ekiti has got limestone. You see, there's gemstone in Ogun State, but they haven't. But there's gold in Ekiti State. So I'm trying to show you the things and why. And again, this document here, this document, the exclusive item number 39 on the page. Let me see if you can see that. Can you see that? I wonder if I can. Let me give you a minute to. I want to make sure you've got it. So before I go to the next phase, I want you to understand exactly what has been done, so that we understand the fraud that has been carried out against us. So I'm putting that up. Let me see if you can actually pick that up as I'm doing it. It's very important that we follow and be able to understand the genesis of what is being done right now. Let me move that forward a bit more. So you can see that mines and minerals, including oil fields, oil mining, geological surveys, and natural gas. Please do not worry about the numbers now. Facebook have themselves told me that I'm currently not my numbers are not being they deliberately not allowing me to have it's been viewed, it's been restricted. Let me see if they got it now. So I want to put you will see I've been seeing of late that they've been keeping my figures down. They've been really making sure that I'm not able to do anything. I'm not able to get information out there because they've taken me off the feed. So, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. What you can do for me is to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. That way you can get as much uninterrupted information, and we will continue to speak truth to power. That is most important in all of this. So, like I said, just keep Karo Alaja Idayatu Morana Folani. So good morning, Chinyere Obasi. Good morning, Chinenye. Sorry. Yeah. So good morning to you all, Mrs. Bola Tito Adenito, Saura Mogbola Olaba. Good morning to you. So I just want you all, as you're coming in, please continue to subscribe. What I'm showing you here is that your access to this in each state, every state has no access. Not even the governors can bypass this. Your governor of your state cannot say anything about the resources beneath your feet because the government has sat on it, and that they are impoverishing you. And these are the resources that other countries around the world come and get for nothing, because they take a loan and then they will use the resources as a payment for no roads, no light, no schools, no bridges, no healthcare, nothing of those things. So that's why we are saying what we're saying. Now let's go to the next state. Like I said, let's go to the next state. Where is it now? Beg your pardon. I'll go note list. Where's the note list? Okay, good. Where was that? Okay, I'm just going to do this to make sure. Okay, so good. So go next time, so I won't have to worry about that. So now let's go to Ekiti State. Now you've seen Ogun State. Sorry, you've seen Ekiti. So mineral resources in Ekiti. Now let's go for mineral resources in Ogun State. Here we go. I just want to just make sure we understand. I'm trying to connect the dot for us, so we are very aware of what is being done to oppress us in Ogun State. Yeah. Now let's go again. Now, mineral resources in Ogun State. Now let's look at the resources in Ogun State. Okay. If you look at Ogun State, it's got limestone, chalk, phosphate, and clay. Cement, we're not interested in canned food. That is all. There's another thing that they're not showing you, and I want to make sure I get the right. It has to be the right one. Let me see. Here we go. That's the one. That's the one. No, sorry about that. I don't know what that's doing. I don't know what the hell that's doing. I don't want that to do that doing. I want to just get. Sorry, go back again. Not that. Okay, let's do this. Sorry about this. Just give me a minute. Okay. So I'm trying to show us in Ogun State, because I read it to you before, but I want to just show you so you can see it yourself. And all of this you can see on Google. Go and type it in yourself and you will see it. Yeah. So you can see here, mineral resources in Ogun State. Yeah. It's got phosphate, clay, feldspar, kaolin, limestone, gemstone, bitumen. You can see it for yourself. Ogun State has got bitumen. Now, what is bitumen? Let's go into bitumen. And this is why you should understand. This particular one is what will make you, when I'm showing you the next thing I'm about to show you, you will understand why we have to dismantle Contraction Nigeria. We have to go for referendum. We do it via referendum. Let me show you the next thing I'm about to go into now. So let's get out of this one and let me show you. You'll see it come up in a minute. Not that. So beg your pardon. I know my numbers are down, but Facebook are really, really making things difficult. But don't worry about that. I'm not worried. I really am not. I want to make sure that we understand the things that we need to do. You know. So copy this. Now I want to show you something first. So do that. So I'm going to keep this here. Now I'm going to quickly show you what is bitumen. So let's go for what is bitumen. What is bitumen? What bitumen looks, what it looks like. Let's look at what bitumen looks like. Bitumen is all-weather roof coating. Yeah, they use it for roof. They use it for roads. You see, that's bitumen. Let's go into it a bit more. I want to show you. They use it for roads. It can be used for roof. They use it for asphalt on top of, it's a liquid form. It's a bit of a, grainy, like you see here, So that's what bitumen is. Can you see? Emotion has already cured. Bitumen emotion. So you see, it gives you good roads. Now, go back again to the mineral resources in Ogun State. So in Ogun State, it is one of our principal resources in Ogun State, bitumen. Now, what are the roads in Ogun State like? Pictures of roads in Ogun State, because I want you to really understand how this works. So let me I'm trying to, in Ogun State, yeah, pick. So keep in mind, we have this, so now don't fall for that. That is picture that they will take to make you believe that it's good road and all that. View all. But let's go in and you will see the true state of the roads in Ogun State. See, these are the true state of the roads in Ogun State. Can you see? So that's the true state of the road. Keep in mind, Ogun State, don't take my word for it though. Don't take my word for it. That's why I keep telling you the picture of the things you see behind me. They are the resources we have. In Ogun State, Ogun State has bitumen. We have mineral resource called bitumen. So if you have a mineral resource called bitumen, why are your roads like this? Why? There is no excuse for your roads to be like you see in the picture here. There is no excuse for your roads to be like you see in the picture here. There is no excuse whatsoever for the roads to ever be showing what is just showing you. None. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. I'm sure you'll agree with me. There is no excuse. When you have this resource in your land, when you have bitumen, which I've showed you, and you see, they use bitumen in making this. But in Nigeria, a place in Contration, Nigeria, in Ogun State, where we have it by the bucket load, this is the state of our roads. This is a deliberate impoverishment and deliberately enslaving and keeping us enslaved and oppressed in our land when we have the resources. And what is more, I'm going to show you something. Nigeria imported 300 billion naira worth of bitumen. You see, they imported it, something we have in our land. Contraction Nigeria imported 300 billion naira worth. Now, how much is 300 billion naira in dollars? Let's look at that. So let's just go here. So $300 billion in naira in dollars. 721 million. Yeah. 594,800 dollars. You see it? 71. So it's over $721 million. That's the equivalent of the 300 billion naira. But yet, our roads are like this, and yet we have the resource. So it's not a hearsay. They are spending money that we could use for our hospital, our schools, our bridges, to go and import a resource that we have already. It is in black and white. Let us read the whole story. A recent report indicates that the bitumen now tops Nigeria's import bill. This is rather strange because Nigeria has the largest deposit of bitumen in Africa and falls among the 5 countries with huge deposits of the commodity in the world. According to the report, more than 300 billion is spent in importing the commodity annually. So 721. So for 4-year period, 300. That is 1.2 trillion naira on something that we have already in our land. And you are telling me to believe in one Nigeria. Let us read it again. No? Listen. They import bitumen. Don't forget, this is what we have in Contraction. We have it in Ogun State. And that's not the only state we have it. We have it in Lagos State as well. I'm just showing us the injustice and why we need to go for referendum. I'm just showing us. These are why I'm trying to give you Emmy, thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate that. So now I'm trying to show you the kind of things. Yes, it's not wickedness, pure wickedness. They are spending 300 billion naira yearly. It says so here. Just read it. So don't take my word. Say it's spent annually, means yearly. They are spending 300 billion naira every year importing what is in our land. And they say they are working for the people. and you want to be in one Nigeria? Please explain that to me. I'd like somebody somewhere to come and explain to us what justification there is of the roads in Ogun State to be like this, when we have in Ogun State the resource, the bitumen. Bitumen is a mineral that we have by the bucket load in Ogun State. But yet, instead of using that to create jobs for our people, because when you mine the resources, when you mine the bitumen, somebody will take it out. They get paid. It gets processed. Those who will process it, they will get paid. Those who will go and use it on the road, they will get paid. That means you are creating employment. But these people are giving us unemployment, and they are importing mineral resources that we have. Can you see why we cannot support Contraction Nigeria? This isn't making sense. Please, if this resonates with you, don't just watch this podcast. At this point, go on to Citizen AY on YouTube and hit subscribe. Let me show you how to hit subscribe on YouTube. Let me just I'll give you a little hint. So, we need, these are information that is important for our people to really understand. Because if we are telling you why it is important that we no longer support Contraction Nigeria. We are telling you the things that we will use to free, once we get referendum, once we get our own nation, we are telling you the resources that we have already that we can use to take care of ourselves. And we are also now showing you that the government of the day, instead of using the resources that we have right now to improve our lives, they are importing. They are spending, that means they are wasting the money that can be used to build schools, hospitals, even roads, to provide light. They are wasting the money. In 4 years, every 4 years, the government, just on bitumen alone, they waste 1.2 trillion naira. 1.2 trillion naira every 4 years on something that is in our land. Can you imagine what can 1.2 trillion naira do in one state? And these people are telling you to believe in this. This is to tell you that APC and PDP are working together to impoverish you. And that is why we cannot support Contraction Nigeria. I'm not interested in what is being, I'm just telling you just what they are doing right now. Now, how can I do this? I was going to bring something. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I'll continue. But please, yes, sorry. I was going to do this, but I'm just a little bit, I'm sufficiently exercised by what is going on. That's why I'm a little bit, frustrated. But I'm, of course, I understand. So here we go. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. You'll be doing us a very good favor. Go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Click the button, give us the thumbs up, and share. Most of all, share. The information that you are getting here is the truth. On this platform, on Citizen AY, we only speak truth to power. We're not interested in tittle-tattle. We are only giving you information to enable you to begin to use your own mental abilities, which is immeasurable. The mental ability that we possess as Africans is immeasurable. And I'm telling you, there was a report done, and I think they said, if I recall that there's some sort of chromosomes or something done, whereby they found that Africans had, is it 9 or 12, and Europeans had 6. These are information that nobody wants you to know, and we are so blessed in so many ways that I want you to really understand. When I saw that report, I will talk about it one day. I'll come and do a show about that, and you will listen to it, and actually we'll talk about it. But for now, I want to focus on what we have in terms of resources. So please, very, very important, I urge you all, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. You would be doing us a great favor. It is really of immense importance. I'm hoping that I can be able to do more shows, bring more revelations like this, because it's very, very important. Your government, every year, annually, they spend 300 billion naira on importing bitumen that is in 3 or 4 states alone in the southwest. In fact, in Ondo State has one of the second largest mineral reserves of bitumen in the entire world. And they are using that money. The money they could use to make sure people are in schools, that we have good health care. They are going to use the money to buy resources. And you tell us to believe in one Nigeria. Please, does this make any sense? Let me show you again. Oh. Look at this report. I am just really trying to really highlight something really important here. Annually, they spend this. You see? Annually. You see that? Now, let me go and show you. I'm going to read the whole report to you. So it says the country decision look the other way, while such as a colossal sum is wasted, validates the theory that Nigeria is inflicted by resource costs. We're not cost. That is why we need to go for Oduduwa Nation, go for Igbo Nation, go for Middle Belt Nation. We have to go. Because the government looks the other way. And remember I said, you can see it. Ogun State has got bitumen. So don't come and say, nobody come and say Citizen AY is lying about something. It's in black and white. You can see it. You can see it. We are spending money importing resources that we have already. Is that not fraud? I'm just asking you. I'm just asking. Is that not fraud? Is that not fraud? Is this not fraud? Now let's read on. Nigeria is inflicted, heavily endowed with human and natural resources. The country has continuously behaved like a bewitched entity, pouring money down the drain. Exactly. Look, bitumen and a mixture of sand and clay is a heavy black sticky substance, which, when refined, serves multiple economic values and purposes, including road construction and manufacturing. Can you imagine a number of manufacturing jobs we are importing what we have already? My people, we are importing what we have with money that we could use to build schools, hospitals, provide 24/7 electricity. And they want you to believe in one Nigeria. Listen to this. It says here, Ondo State alone is endowed. I said it, didn't I? And we're going to go to Ondo State next. Ondo State alone is endowed with the largest deposits in Africa, with more than 42 billion reserves of the highest quality. Please, what is good about your one Nigeria? What is good? What is good about this one Nigeria you're talking about? The highest quality of bitumen in the world, one of the highest, is in Ondo State. But we are still importing every 4 years. We're spending 1.2 trillion naira on importing what we have in our land already. I'm sorry if I'm a bit exercised about this, but these are the kind of information that excites me, that gets me really. These are the kind of information I want to bring to your attention, because it makes you understand why we can no longer continue to talk about one Nigeria. That is why you know that the fraudsters who are trying to run for the presidency they are all fraudsters. They are all fraudsters, because this information here, this is something that should not be happening. But they won't ever say anything about it. You will never hear Tinubu say anything, or Dele Momodu. None of them would say any of this. Oshibajo, they will never say peep. You know why? Because they've sworn on oath to protect that fraudulent constitution. Let me show you the connection between this and the constitution. And that is why they will never change it. Let me show you. Let me show you. Ladies and gentlemen, if my voice is raised, I do apologize, but I just want to make sure that we understand. They are spending money that could be used to 1.2 trillion, and they're spending 1.2 trillion on what we have, what we already have in our nation, bitumen. That money could send all of our children to school. There should be no child not in school in Contration, Nigeria right now. I be a lie. There should be no child not in school. Because the resources alone, we would provide jobs. That bitumen, to excavate it, will provide jobs. These guys want us to be enslaved in our land. Please, I want you to also remember, as I said, in Israel has only 7 mineral resources, and they are dependent on crude oil and raw materials. So when their road goes bad, guess what? They have to come and import it from the likes of us. We should be one of the markets that they have been importing from. They should be our trading partners that we can go and say, we have this, here we go, we will trade. Pay us money, we'll give you the resource, we'll ship it to you. But what are we doing? We are importing. And you are expecting people to support one Nigeria. That's your one Nigeria. That's your one Nigeria. And somebody will have the gall to come on air and support one Nigeria. I almost want to curse the person and say, I'm not going to do that because because this is madness. How do you see this? Let me open the phone line. I want to talk. Wow. My people, I don't even know what more to say. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. Now, let me show you why they will never. Let me go back here. Let me show you why they will never support. They will never. All Oshibajo, Tinubu, Dele Momodu, Kwakansu, whatever, all Diozo Kalu, all of them, why they will never change this. Because they have to swear on oath. Where is it now? Let me see. Now, I'm trying to. All of them have to swear on oath on this fraudulent constitution. Every year, they have to swear on oath to protect the constitution. And the constitution is more. They would rather protect the constitution than protect you and I. They will rather protect the fraudulent constitution than protect the rights of you and I. I'm trying to make this bigger. Sorry. So, Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Promulgation Decree number 24 of 1999. That's what it is. And I've just shown you in the documentation as you're watching live now. I do apologize if the pictures are a little bit. I'm just showing you something now. Let's go. That's what this documentation here is why they will never, none of them, anybody running for presidency in Contration, Nigeria, they are saying that they will continue to, they are going to swear on oath to protect the integrity of Contraction, Nigeria at your expense. Even though Contraction, Nigeria is enslaving you. Jobs, you know the amount of jobs that the bitumen can create. We would have brilliant roads across the whole of that contraption with good governance. But they don't want it. They want you enslaved in your land. They will go and borrow money. They even go to borrow money to ensure that they take that resource from you. So let's read on. So it says here, Ondo State is endowed with the largest deposit in Africa with more than 42 billion reserves of the highest quality. The tragedy, therefore, is that Nigeria imports what it has in abundance, with successive government exhibiting indifference to investing in the glittering gold. More than 5 million metric tons of bitumen were imported in April. Indeed, data from Nigerian Ports Authority showed the bitumen beat hitherto huge importation of fish, petroleum products to second and third positions, respectively. My people, it's not just one government, though. Whether it's APC, whether it's PDP, they are both doing the same things. Do you understand why we are saying say no to any election whatsoever? Words fail me. My people, words fail me. This one pass me. Oh. It tire me. The thing tire me. Oh. My phone line is on. If anybody want to call and we can talk about this, you're welcome to talk. And we can talk about it if you want to call. I know Facebook are deliberately depressing the numbers, but we're not going to be deterred. Because this information here is to empower you. Is to Ami Ashe Olarewaju Lawal. I'm telling you. So Nigeria, the bitumen that we have in our land is now #1 import, above fish, above food in Contration Nigeria. And you want to believe in one Nigeria. Look, again, before you start saying, bitumen is what we have in Ogun State. And look at the roads in Ogun State. Is that not madness? Is that not reason for us to go for self-determination? And the churches, Oyedepo, Adeboye, Odisefo, all of them, they are all complicit in ensuring that you're enslaved. The road that you will use to get to the church is bad. But they know that the government is importing bitumen this is madness. Is this not madness? I'm asking, is this not madness? Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We really do need your support. Go and click on the button. There's a link on YouTube, on Facebook right now. Go there, click. Please give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. We need this information to reach as many people as possible. The kind of information that we're providing here, you seldom find anywhere else. We're not interested in tittle-tattle. We're not interested in, we are here to open your minds, to make you see the possibilities of what you possess beneath your feet. Those who are talking to you about the kingdom of heaven are trying to lie to you to make sure that you never realize that your resources beneath your feet is what the government is taking from you and impoverishing you. When I see this, I'm exasperated. Now, let's go again. Let's look at it. So, bitumen is now the top import. What we have in our land. My people, are you not incensed? Are you not incensed to hear this alone? Please make sure you share this. Make sure you share this. The economic importance of bitumen is underscored by its use in the construction of industry for hydraulic applications such as canal lining, underwater tunnels, river bank protection, dam construction, and sea defense. It is used in the construction of highways and rail tracks. It also serves as roofing material because of its weatherproof properties. In spite of these huge prospects, Nigeria has failed to exploit the bitumen industry. This is in spite of the prediction of the Global Market Insight Incorporation that the market size would exceed $110 billion by 2024 because of the ongoing initiative to repair and redevelop roads across the world. It is curious that the Federal Ministry of Mines and Steel Development is aware that Nigeria has the second largest deposit in the world, spanning approximately 120 kilometers. Yet, it has criminally turned the country into a destination for bitumen importation from Canada, United States, Germany, UK. Ha! And you tell me to support one Nigeria. We are importing from Canada, United States, Germany, UK, France, Spain, Italy, China, Japan, Australia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Brazil, and we have it gets, the more you read, the more incensed you get. I don't know about you, but me, what I just read now, look, tell me who is blessed to have the second largest reserves of bitumen in the world, and many economies are now trying to rebuild their roads. Isn't that economy? Isn't that money? Can't we? I'm coming on. Let me read to you the list of countries that we are importing from again. Let me read to you again. I'll read it. Canada, United States, Germany, United Kingdom, France, Spain, Italy, China, India, Japan, Australia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Brazil, Mexico, even South Africa. That's 16 countries around the world. And each and every one of them, we should be the ones exporting to. We should be the ones exporting to them. My people, how do you see this? Oh, how do you see this? How are you seeing what we say? How are you seeing this? How are you seeing what we are saying here? Please make this information go viral. Because this is, if anybody is telling you to believe in one Nigeria, here is one example of why we can no longer trust in one Nigeria. Look, it's there. It's in black and white before you. Oh. Major players in the international economy have not been silent on the implications of abandonment of bitumen industry because of its prospects as a veritable foreign exchange earner. Time and again, they have demanded a pragmatic approach to its exploitation in order to save Nigerian economy from further hemorrhage. What is more, the technology for exploitation of bitumen is readily available and less costly, having admitted that 80% of bitumen used in the road construction in Nigeria is imported. 80%. Just a polite reminder, we have bitumen in Ogun State. We have in Ondo State one of the largest reserves. Can you see now when we go our own way that we will be fine? I've not even touched on gold though. I'm just talking about what we are going to use for our roads. We are blessed beyond compare. Undisputed. No, you cannot dispute this one. Nobody can. Now, let's go back again. Yeah. So we are importing 80% of bitumen when we have it already. Eh? The government owes the nation a duty to muster necessary political will to lead the way in the sector. It should create enabling environment for private participation and end importation of bitumen. In fact, on this platform, I really want to begin to be part of the people who are going to champion this. We must end the importation of bitumen. That done, its effort in diversifying the economy and instituting self-reliance will become more meaningful. Ambivalence towards the sector killed the federal government's bitumen implementation committee. Sadly, majority of the Nigerians continue to get poorer because of lack of access to shelter, power, water, healthcare, and education. Nigeria must take advantage of the immense benefits and prospects in this sector, at least to mitigate the effects of multifaceted national challenges. There is a pressing need to create jobs. What did I just say? I haven't read this before, but I have been saying that we can create jobs with our resources. We haven't got jobs. We don't have we need somebody. We don't need everything we need is there. Please, let's go for self-determination. Enough. Nigeria will kill our people, take our land if we're not careful. That contraction Nigeria, the Fulanization process will kill our people. We have more than I'm telling you, we are blessed beyond compare. Does Israel have bitumen? Italy, do they have bitumen? UK, do they even have bitumen? In the quantities that we have it. And we are... Our people are dying and suffering because of these people in power. Do you see why we have to go for self-determination? It is not even a question. Anybody telling us that we should now support and go and have a government for the of Yorubas who you first go in and compete and then break, you cannot, because once you go in and contest elections under this fraudulent constitution, you are bound by that fraudulent constitution. You are bound by it. My people, it's time to wake up. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. I really urge you to help us, because these are the kind of information that we should be sharing, making sure people are aware. This is so now let me read it now. So there is a pressing need to create jobs and promote rural integration and general empowerment of the citizenry. If the government is sincere and determined to translate wealth of the nation into better lives for the citizens, bitumen can be a catalyst for ushering in economic boom and putting an end to the frustration of consistently expressed by people of Nigeria's bitumen belt. It's an act of economic sabotage. An act of economic sabotage to allow the importation of bitumen into a country that is heavily endowed with the prized commodity. There you go. In the Tribune. What time was this done? I don't even know when was this done. I want to know. 2019. May 2019. We are in 2022. 3 years ago. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? And there are no jobs. Second largest. This is and this is by successive government. So it's not just one government. It's not just Buhari government. It's PDP. They are all importing bitumen. If they are if they start saying that, we will stop it now, it as early as 2019, we are still importing. If they say they stopped now, 3 years, where are the evidence of mining of bitumen right now? The bitumen now should be mined right now, but these people don't. Hey. My people, type 1 if what I'm saying resonates with you. I want to just know, because I don't want to just be I hope what I'm saying makes sense. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. I hope you can relate to what I'm saying. And you should share this with people. I mean, I'm tempted to not even go further to explore the other mineral resources, because just on bitumen alone, we can power the economy of the Southwest, i.e. Yoruba Nation, Igbos, Middle Belt. We can fix our land. We don't need anybody. We don't need. They know. The West know that we don't need them, and they are afraid of that. But they are putting in people who will never let us use our resources, importing what we already have. Is that not madness? But Adeboye will not see that. Oyedepo will not see that. All of those pastors will not see it. All the imams, they will not see the fact that we are importing what we already have. They won't see that. Oh, no. Let's pray. Pray for what? You are blessed in your land. I've just shown you. Israel don't have half of what we have. They're dependent on raw materials, and we have the raw materials. My people, it's time to wake up. It is time to wake up. Many of us who are in diaspora, we shouldn't be here, including myself. We shouldn't be here. We should be there building and making sure we bring to life the oasis that our ancestors, our great-grandfathers, before they destroyed it with creation of Contration of Nigeria. We should be raising up and bringing back to life the kingdom of Ife. Because it's an oasis. It is an oasis. We need to rebirth the oasis. Bring it to life. That's our job. What we are doing here in the West is wasting our life, wasting the life of the future generation. And because we are not speaking up, and that's why we need to speak up. When we speak up to expose these lies, this fraud, we are enlightening our people to begin to take charge of their own future. I'm sorry to say that, in fact, I'm not sorry. This Bible and this Quran that they put in your face in that contraption is a fraud designed to enslave you, to never question. They are importing bitumen that you have. And they say God to bless government. A government that is impoverishing you in your land. A government that should kick out. That's why we need to go for self-determination. I'll put the evidence before you. What say you? Now, I will just end that for now. Let's go now. Let's go into Ondo State. Let me see. I want to go. I'll carry on with the thing. But that particular piece, if somebody, you are welcome to cut that piece, talk about it. Bring this to the attention of the people. It's in the news, but they don't let this come out. This is the kind of information that we, the people who are going for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, should use to explain to the people that our government are importing resources that we already have. 300 billion naira every year spent on importing bitumen. And we have it. Is that not a waste of money? Can you imagine the millions of jobs that will be created for our people? That it will not be, nobody will be poor. Please, let's go for Yoruba Nation. Oduduwa Nation, Yoruba Nation, Oduduwa Nation, whatever you want to call it. Let's go for that. Let's go for Biafra Nation, Middle Belt. Let everybody stand on our own. Please, let us go and stand on our own. Let us, this is designed, we are being killed alive, enslaved and killed alive in our land. We don't want, not be by force. We no longer want to be part of this contraption. Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Subscribe. If this message resonates with you, please just go and subscribe. The likes of subscribe to Citizen AY. Please give us a thumbs up, like the page, share it, make it go viral, because these are the kind of information. The more people can be aware that their government, instead of using our resources, they are importing, they are taking the money, the much needed money that we should be using to build our hospitals, to build our schools, to provide 24/7 electricity. They're spending that money on importing what we have in our land. That is not good governance. Oh, my people, we need to wake up. This is painful. This is painful beyond words. Can you imagine the millions of lives that have been destroyed by the unwillingness of successive government to use the resources, our God-given resources that they like to say, to improve the lives of the people they promise to serve? How do you see it? You can call in on 4473995800606. Please do call in. If you want to call in, let me just put the number down. +44. Let me just put it here. +44. Call in on. Let me just put it down so we can start. Let's hear from you. I was going to do something more and talk about other resources, but this alone. Six. So the number is ready. If you want to call in, do call in. So subscribe and yeah, do call in. Call in 4473995800606. Call in if you want to talk about this. What is your view on this? How do you see this? What steps do you think we should take? You know, let's hear from people. I am struggling to even say there's no point in saying anything else because it's clear. Nobody can tell me to believe. There is no reason. Somebody, we want to hear from those who believe in one Nigeria. Let them come and explain this to us. Let them come and explain this to us. Call in on 447399 580 606. So, this is important. We need to create awareness. Our governance is actually impoverishing us. They are importing what we are blessed with by the bucket load. That is fraud. That is fraud. For how long are we, the people, going to continue to look the other way? For how long? For how long? This is painful. This is painful. I mean, they are stealing in the name of, exactly, Ayola, exactly. They are stealing our money in the name of importations. This is a clear, I'm giving you clear evidence, clear justification for going for self-determination is what is before you right now. It's not no ifs, no buts, it's in black and white. It is in black and white. Please, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to us, share this broadcast. Let's see how many people have shared this broadcast on Facebook. So it gives us an indication so at least we know what is going on. So 49 people have shared it. Would like you to share more. So 49 people have shared it, but only 20 are watching. That's okay. That tells us something. It tells us that's the tricks of Facebook. They're not sharing it. They're not letting it go on the feed. They're preventing information from going to reach as many people as possible because they don't want this information. Yeah. This is please, I urge you all, don't be silent about this. This is many of us who are in Europe, who are in the diaspora. We are here because they have prevented us from having good, prosperous lives in our land by refusing, by importing resources that we have in our land already. They are impoverishing us. Do you get that? Does that resonate with you? Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to call in. Call in on 44. It's on the screen if I'm correct. Let me see. Oh, forgive me. I thought I had it there. Let me just do this. Let me just do this now. So if you want to, I just missed a call. I'll call you straight back. Let me call you straight back. Sorry, caller. My phone was silent, I think, so I missed it. I'm going to do this now. So let me call you straight back. I just saw a caller just now. Let's have a discussion about this because this is crazy. I was busy trying to do something, so do that now. Okay, so I'm going to put you on. Sorry about that. I was busy. Right. Yeah. Hello there. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
It's okay. Báwo lẹ ṣe rọrọ yìí sí? Ṣé ẹ ń wo live broadcast? Are you watching us on a live broadcast right now? Hello. 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 I think. Can you hear me? Oh, call is on hold. Okay, she may be doing something. I'm not too sure. So she was calling. Hello, can you hear me? I think she's busy. I'll call back later. Okay, let me see. Somebody else called? Okay, let me call the number. No, sorry. Yeah, let me call this number. Okay. So 1 second, please. Just give me a minute. Okay. I'm going to call. Okay, let me call Alagba Fatai because I just didn't see their call. So I'm going to just quickly do that now. Okay, I'll have to clear the system. Sometimes it just does that for some reason. So what the hell is going on here? I don't know what's happened there. Beg your pardon. Let me just make sure I get this out. Okay. Okay, let me just gonna do something quickly. What's big in place? It might be no. I'm just trying to change it a bit. Okay, so now, so hopefully that will clear it up. Now let's go and call. No, okay. I don't know what's happened there. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna try and get the number back. Sometimes I'm gonna have to switch the phone off. I think it's locked out somehow on WhatsApp. So I'm gonna try and restart everything. Hopefully it will work. Okay, so now, so we'll be back in a minute. So what do you think as you're watching now? Somebody called me and I tried to answer them, but it didn't work. So I'll wait for the other calls to call. I'm gonna call somebody else as well. What do you think as you're watching this now? What are your thoughts? We are importing resources, bitumen, that we have. We have 42 billion reserves of the highest quality in the entire world. But we are importing it. And it is our highest import. And somebody tells you to believe in one Nigeria. Is that not fraud? Is that not fraud? I mean, what is your take on this? What is your take? We are being enslaved in our own land. I don't know how long it will take for some people to understand exactly how unfair and unjust this is. Just give me a minute, please. I'm just trying to reconnect the thing, and it will be back on in a short. In a little while. Okay, good. Okay, so now let's try. I'll try that number. I'll try the number again because I think she called just now. So let's try that number again. I'm going to try her number. Hopefully it will work. So, okay. Ekason, and then.
Yes, I'm not going to call you normal call.
Sorry.
Yes, sir. Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ sọ ni Odùduwà á gbé wa kò ní gbọ̀dàlẹ̀. Ọlọ́run á gba ilẹ̀ wa fún wa lágbára Ọlọ́run láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àmín àṣẹ.
Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ẹ ń sọ ni mo fẹ́ dá sí.
Ẹ bá dá sí.
Ṣé rí àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà yẹn mi mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe wọ́n because wọ́n sì tún tẹ̀lé àwọn politician yìí káàkiri.
Yes.
Ìyà dẹ̀ ń jẹ wọ́n. Still náà ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n.
Gidi.
Ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n but because àwa tá wà ní abroad kò ṣe pé bí àyà ń jẹ wá ń bí at least a ṣì ń ṣiṣẹ́ a ṣì ń gba salary but àwọn tó wà nínú ilé yẹn là ń wò pé kò ṣe live tó yẹ kí ọmọlúwàbí máa gbé kì í ṣègbésí ayé gidi because tíyan bá wà ní Nàìjíríà yẹn tíyan bá wá travel lásán èèyàn á mọ̀ pé àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà yẹn kò ṣe ilé ayé ni wọ́n ń gbé rárá but àwọn ti ní believe pé normal life tó yẹ káwọn máa live làwọn live yẹ. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ń sọ fẹ́ lòmíì tẹ́ bá ń sọ fẹ́ lòmíì ẹlòmíì á máa wò pé kí lẹ́ nǹkan táwọn eléyìí sọ yìí kí ni nǹkan tó ń sọ ṣé ti ẹ̀yin sà. But àwa la máa mọ àwa ní bí ìgbìyànjú wa àwa náà la máa tún jẹ́ kí gbìyànjú wa kó tún ṣe rí gbogbo ilé nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe ẹ mọ̀ pé kì í ṣe gbogbo ẹlòmíì ló ní íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì tó máa fi wò ní Nàìjíríà. Kì í ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló ní íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì but irú àwọn ìgbèríko gbogbo ẹ̀yẹ ẹ mọ̀ tá bá lè máa táwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà yẹn tó bá lè máa ṣe awareness níbẹ̀ kó máa wọnú àwọn oko tó bá lè máa sà ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà kó máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ ọmọ kékeré pé tó bá kí ló fẹ́ ṣe tó sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ kọ́ yahoo. Èmi àtìyàn kan sì jọ jà ní ìzínà bíi 2 weeks ago tó ń sọ fún mi pé kí n wo àwọn tó lọ ń gérí gẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́dì wọn tó bá yá wọn ní ìjọba ni mo ní ìjọba ló fa gbogbo ìjọba ni useless àwọn gọ́vnà àwọn politician ta ní táyé wọn máa padà bàjẹ́ last year àwọn ni wọ́n dá gbogbo wàhálà yín lẹ̀ àwọn náà ń dá wàhálà yín lẹ̀. Ọmọ kan wá lọ́dọ̀ mi ọmọ ìlú tí mo wà mo wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ó ti wà ní yunifásitì torí kọ́lẹ́jì náà máa ń pe yunifásitì ní abroad mo wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé school tó ń lọ ó ní school ọ̀fẹ́ lòun ló ń gba sálárì lóṣù. ó ní kankan tó máa ń ṣe níbí ní February 25, 26 tó bá di 23 sí wọ́n máa san sálárì fún gbogbo wọn tó máa san sálárì fún wọn wọ́n máa wọnú ṣọ́ọ̀bù wọ́n máa ń ṣọdún yẹn tẹ́ bá rí bọ́n ṣe máa ń ṣọdún yẹn inú wọn máa dùn wọ́n á jáde wọ́n á lọ jẹun wọ́n á ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ kò sí kankan nílùú yẹn tó ń wọ́ọ̀kì rárá kò sí ẹjọ́ nígbà tá a ní Nigeria embassy bíi sà tá a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ renew passport tá a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ máa lọ sí Dubai lọ renew passport ẹjọ́ kí nẹ́sẹ̀sì Nigeria embassy tá a ní níbí iná tí ò function gbogbo àwọn African country tó wà níbi tí mo wà yìí tó bá ti fẹ́ renew passport wọn tó bá ti lọ sí embassy wọn immediately kò ní pé a month tó wọ́n ti máa receive passport wọn tó ti máa gba nǹkan wọn àwọn Ghana 10 years ni wọ́n ṣe fún wọn àwa tó ń ṣe 5 years fún owó táwa fi ń ṣe ó ju àwọn tó ń ṣe 10 years fún lọ a month tó bá ti bá wọn ṣe ìjọ tó ń bá lọ jẹ́ náà máa ṣe capturing tó máa ṣe every down thing wọ́n á dẹ̀ pé wọ́n by a month pé kán wá gba passport wọn 10 years náà ṣe fún Ghana ẹjọ́ kí wọ́n ní access Nigeria embassy tá a níbí tó useless tó jẹ́ pé everywhere tó jẹ́ pé Nigeria àjèrè Nigeria àtúwá síta náà àjèrè wọn so kí wọ́n ní access wọn Nigeria àwọn olórí burúkú tó ń pariwo wọn Nàìjíríà táyé wọn ti bàjẹ́ ẹ máa ráwọn ìyá olórí burúkú náà tó ń jó tẹ̀lé àwọn olóṣèlú àwọn ìyá òṣì àwọn ìyá ìyà ẹjọ́ ṣe gbèsè ayé nìyẹn ni kò ṣe gbèsè ayé làwọn èèyàn ń gbé ní Nàìjíríà yẹ ẹlòmíràn kò sí nǹkan táwọn fẹ́ ṣe ẹ wò bọ́n ṣe lọ jalè nìbàdàn àwọn yẹn dẹ̀ escape wọ́n dẹ̀ pa àwọn èèyàn àwọn innocent kí náà ṣe Mákindé mo sọ mo ní mọ àyẹ̀mú ní bó ṣe wáyé mo ló máa burú tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan yẹn mo náà ó máa burú bó ṣe wáyé kò tiẹ̀ jáde kó tiẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n ti wá sọ láìbù náà níbi wọn bí dá ilẹ̀ pa olóńgbò pa olóńgbò pa olóńgbò àní mọ́tò gbájá wọ́n dẹ̀ ń wá ká wọ́n dẹ̀ fi kámẹ́rà ń wá mọ́tò tó pàjá mo ní ajá kú ẹni ẹ̀ dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sunkún mo wò pé ṣé torí ajá ni ẹni ṣe ń sunkún báyìí ló ṣe ń sunkún ipe ṣe torí ajá ló ṣe ń sunkún.
wọ́n ti sọ wá di ẹranko nílẹ̀ wa. wọ́n ti sọ wá.
akàn dìbò akàn dìbò kò sí ààrẹ àlámọ̀rí ìbò tá à ń dì. akàn dìbò ẹjọ́ kí ni benefit ìbò tá à ń dì ààrẹ rẹ̀ bẹ̀. ẹ wá máa kó gbogbo ọrọ̀ ajé wa ẹ máa kó lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè ẹ máa ṣe gbogbo bó ṣe wù yín ẹ lọ jìyà owó ẹ mú owó yẹ ẹ pín láàrin ara yín ẹ fi wọ́n yáwó ẹ fa àwọn àrọ́mọdọ́mọ wa ẹ fi wọ́n yáwó owó tàbá yín pín níbẹ̀ adẹ̀ sọ pé a fẹ́ lọ ẹ sọ pé no gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá sọ pé ká má kúrò nínú wọn Nàìjíríà ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni ẹ la máa fi ṣe ètùtù fúnlẹ̀ yẹ kí ló dé ná a ní a fẹ́ lọ káwa náà tẹ̀ lọ dálùú wa ká lọ dá nílùú wa nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ pé nation ni èdè ìlú tí mo wáyé èdè wọn ni wọ́n sọ ń bẹ èdè wọn ẹlòmíà sọ èdè sí ẹ báyìí tó bá ti gbọ́ èmi á sọ fún ọmọ alẹ́ mi ò gbédè tó bá ti lè sọ òyìnbó èmi ò gbédè wọ́n sọ fún wọn mo ní mi ń sọ ọmọ ìlú yìí ọmọ Áfíríkà ọmọ Nàìjíríà ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí mo máa sọ fún wọn nìyẹn nǹkan tó ń pè ní nation sà èdè ni èdè ẹ̀dá Yíbò papọ̀ mi ìgbédè Yíbò ẹ̀dá èdè Haúsá papọ̀ mi ìgbà Haúsá.
wọ́n fẹ́ ká máa lè rojú ráyè ni à ń
ṣèlú ìlú kan ni pé àwa Yorùbá ká dá wà kí Biafra kan dá wà kí àwọn Ìgbò táwọn Haúsá tó bá tọ́ pé àwọn fẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà kan di wọn Nàìjíríà wọn mú àwọn ò ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́ ìlú yìí kò ṣèlú sà kò ṣèlú rárá.
ìlú amúnisìn akúnilẹ́rù ni.
anisa nígbà tí mo dé ìlú òyìnbó mo ní ṣe pé ìlú kan tún wà tó tún yàtọ̀ mo ní so Nàìjíríà àwọn èèyàn sọ́fà ní Nàìjíríà ni sà ṣe rí àwọn ibì kan ẹ rí ó wà lórí Facebook tó lọ ń géná àwọn èèyàn wọn ò níná ẹ̀dẹ̀ tún lọ ń géná àwọn èèyàn àwọn yẹn ti sọ pé àní ẹ má géná wa ẹ tún gòkè lọ ẹ lọ ń géná iná tí ò sí ẹ kàn ń gbowó ẹ fi láyé ní àwọn èèyàn lára àwọn tó wà Nàìjíríà náà àwọn náà fi láyé ní wọn lára tó ló yẹ káwọn náà jáde wọ́n jáde kí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ bọ́ wọn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n nítorí pé ẹ̀wù nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní EndSARS tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pa àwọn yúùtù tá àárí outcome ẹ̀ di bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lọ àárí outcome ẹ wá kọ́ ẹrù sáwọn èèyàn ní ọkàn àwọn èèyàn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ kò sí freedom of speech nílùú ẹjọ́ ṣèlú nìyẹn ni ṣèlú nìyẹn ni Ọlọ́run gbà wá sílẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run gbà wá káàtì ẹ̀ nílùú wa káwa náà ní passport wa passport wèrè tá a mú dání tí ò bá lù tí ò ṣe anything passport òṣì tá a mú dání tí ò wà bá.
passport ẹrú ni passport à ń hàn pé ẹrú ni wá o ṣe wá bẹ ẹrú ohun tá à ń ṣe nìyẹn.
àníṣe ló ó kàn máa ń dàbí pé ń gbà mí báyìí kí n kàn jí báyìí kí n kàn gbọ́ pé wọ́n ti declare Yorùbá nation party àti ní nation wa. àìjọ kí ló dé ná ìlú yẹn àwọn èèyàn sọ́fà àwa táwa ń tagbọn afẹ́ lọlé ẹ̀rù ń bà wá àlè lọlé kò sí nǹkan tá a jèrè ń bẹ̀. so ṣé ìlú wa nìyẹn ni àdẹ́sọ́pá fẹ́ làwọn kan ní 2023 kò ní yẹ wọ́n pẹ̀lú 2023 yẹ kò ní yẹ gbogbo wọn bá ṣe wà yẹ. àwọn olórí burúkú máa ṣàǹfààní wọn kó gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn lọ sí abroad wọ́n kó àwọn ọmọ wọn lọ sí abroad àwọn yunifásitì wọ́n ti strike àwọn ASUU ti strike.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
àwọn ASUU ti strike ẹjọ́ ṣé ìlú nìyẹn ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń kówó jẹ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń gbowó ẹ̀ sanwó fáwọn tíṣà àwọn tíṣà iná dẹ̀ ló kọ yín tẹ̀fì débẹ̀ bó tẹ̀yẹ pé ẹlòmíì kò ní school start tó ẹlòmíì fi wà ní politician ẹlòmíì kò kàwé wọ́n kàn kó gbogbo wọn síbẹ̀ ni wọ́n kó wèrè àti wèrè àta sí wọ́n kó wọn síbẹ̀ ẹjọ́ Ọlọ́run a máa fún yín ṣe Ọlọ́run a máa fún yín ṣe so Ọlọ́run àgbà Yorùbá nation wa fún alágbára Ọlọ́run nǹkan tá a fẹ́ nìyẹn nǹkan tó dùn mọ́ wa nínú nìyẹn Ọlọ́run máa gbà fún alágbára Ọlọ́run àrò orí tó ń jẹ̀yà nílùú yẹn àtàwọn ọmọ kéékèèké tó jẹ́ pé ó yẹ kán wà ní school tí wọ́n rìn káàkiri tí wọ́n lè lọ school Ọlọ́run á fìyà jẹ gbogbo àwọn politician yẹn dórí àrọmọdọ́mọ wọn ti ń gbádùn sí ni àwọn ọmọ wọn máa padà ṣàkóbàtà fún wa láti àwọn olórí òṣì burúkú tó jẹ́ kí wọ́n rò pé gbogbo èpè táwọn èèyàn ń ṣe àfi tó bá yẹ pé kì í ṣàrò obìnrin ni gbogbo àwọn politician yẹn ti jáde nìkan lè pè òní mú wọn torí àwa ìyá àwa la bí wọn àwa la dẹ̀jẹ̀ lé wọn lórí ó ní èpè òní mú wọn torí wọ́n fi láyé ní àwọn èèyàn lára everybody fi family ńlẹ̀ ó fi ọmọ ńlẹ̀ ó fi ọkọ ńlẹ̀ ó fẹ́ bílẹ̀ ó lọ wá bá láti jẹ tẹ bá rá àwọn èèyàn nílùú Arab country bó ṣe ń lo àwọn èèyàn bó ṣe ń lo àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣé tìlú wa bá dáa ẹ̀jẹ̀ sáwọn èèyàn máa lọ sí Oman lọ sí Saudi kí ni wọ́n ní sáà ìlú tí mo wà yìí ẹ má jẹ́ kí n purọ́ fún yín wọn ò ní anything epo nìkan ni wọ́n ní nílùú tí mo wà yìí epo nìkan Kuwait ni mo wà yìí epo nìkan ni wọ́n ní epo wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gbádùn wọ́n ń gbádùn bó ṣe wà wọ́n ń gbádùn kò sẹ́nìtìn ẹ fẹ́ ṣọ̀nà ẹ blọọkì ọ̀nà ẹ̀ ní jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn kọjá alẹ́ lèmi mọ̀ pé wọ́n máa ń ṣọ̀nà
bẹ́ẹ̀ni o
alẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn àti wọn máa sùn ẹ wá máa ṣọ̀nà lójúmọmọ ẹ máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ẹjọ́ ṣé ìlú nìyẹn ni ẹ wá kó àwọn hooligans àwọn MC olọmọ àwọn náà ṣe meeting a fẹ́ máa ṣe gbogbo àwọn union kákàkiri ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kinní kan ìgbà kan àwo kan imagine epo nìkan náà ní nílùú tá a wà èló ni wọ́n ń tepo èló ni wọ́n ń ta gáàsì tẹ bá fìlì gáàsì èló ni wọ́n ń fìlì gáàsì kò sí nǹkan tẹ fẹ́ ṣe ẹ̀ lè lo oṣù méjì oṣù mẹ́ta ẹ̀ṣin lo gáàsì lọ ẹ̀ṣin lo gáàsì lọ sà ìkíní ń dùn wá ó ń dùn wá gan gidi kán tètè fi wọ́n lẹ̀ kán jẹ́ ká máa lọ kán fi wọ́n lẹ̀ kán jẹ́ ká máa lọ àti inú tí bá tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ Nàìjíríà yẹn inú ti gbọ́ pé Nàìjíríà máa dá ìlú yẹn ń worst sí ni kò sí anybody tí wọ́n lè gbé sí orílẹ̀-èdè yẹn tó máa dín ìlú yẹn lè dá torí constitution a ní pé okay o ẹ ṣe constitution mi ẹ ní rárá so kí ẹ fẹ́ ká kú sínú wọn Nàìjíríà ni a sọ pé a ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́ it's not by force leave us alone kàn jẹ́ ká máa lọ let us go ẹ fi wá sílẹ̀ àwọn politician Yorùbá náà àwọn náà wọ́n ń gbọ̀n tẹ̀lé wọn káàkiri wọ́n ṣe lè tó wù wọ́n kí ló dé náà ṣé tìlú wa bá dá máa kúrò nílùú wa máa lọ sọ pé èèyàn lọ ń ṣe iṣẹ́ tí ó yẹ kéèyàn ṣe ní nílùú onílùú ni ìlú òtútù nínú gbogbo ẹ̀ inú bí wa ra ń kan wá pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ wo àwọn kan tó ń sá lọ tó ń sọ pé ọkùnrin míì bá wọn sùn òun ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tí mo máa rí ní BBC ẹ jọ sá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ni ẹlòmíín kú síbẹ̀ náà àwọn ẹlòmíín kú sí ìlú yẹn tí yóò rí wọn kí ló dé ẹ káwọn ọmọ yín lọ sílùú òyìnbó wọn lọ ń kàwé àwọn ọmọ yìí ò ní wúlò fún yín ẹ padà fojú sunkún wọn ní lágbára Ọlọ́run torí ẹ fi ilé ayé ni àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù lára àwọn ọmọ ò lè lọ sí skul ẹ wo skul ìjọba bó ṣe rí rádaràda.
Morning Yomi Koiki bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ẹ wo skul bó ṣe rí rádaràda sà èmi bí mo ṣe mi lè fọmọ mi sí public school láyé mi lè fọmọ mi sí public school àfi tó yẹ pé tá a bá ti gba Yorùbá nation everything ti wà in order everything yẹn but kì í ṣe irú Nàìjíríà yẹn ìyá lọ fọmọ sí public school sà kí ló dé ná kí ló dé ẹ fi wá sílẹ̀ jẹ́ ká máa lọ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀yin politician
kí lè rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo tiẹ̀ sọ ṣe nǹkan máa sọ ní English díẹ̀ fáwọn ẹ̀kan lè tẹ̀lé wa kí lè rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ how do you see the fact that we are importing bitumen that we are the second in Ondo State we have the second largest deposit of bitumen in the world 42 billion worth. How do you see that? Is that not madness?
Bàbá lẹ́kìtì pé Kúìkì láàárọ̀ nígbà tí Kúìkì ń ṣe prógráàmù pé ní bó àwọn ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí wípé wọ́n wá bítúmẹ̀tì ní Iléṣà, ọmọ Iléṣà ni mí, wípé wọ́n wà ní Iléṣà, wọ́n tún dárúkọ ìlú kan náà, ìlú méjì ní Bàbá lẹ́kìtì tó ń pè sórí prógráàmù Kúìkì tán ni wọ́n wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ní Bàbá lẹ́kìtì. Mo wo prógráàmù Kúìkì ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ parí láìpẹ́ tí mo wá sọ́dọ̀ yìí lórí YouTube ni. Ṣé ti eyín sà? So wọ́n ń wa gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ kó jàǹfààní fún wa.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń fìyà jẹ wá. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ká máa lọ.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ fìyà jẹ wá, ẹ̀yin politician yìí. Ọlọ́run á fìyà jẹ yín o. Ọlọ́run á fìyà jẹ yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà yẹn. Àwọn ọmọ odidi ọmọ onílé ọlọ́nà. Ẹ lé gbogbo wa síta. Ẹ lé wa síta. Ẹ wá ń gbádùn. Bàbá Tinubu náà tí wọ́n tọ̀ sára táwọn fámìlì wọn tó ń dìbọn kẹ́ pé kìnnìkan. Àwọn ìyá òṣì kan ti sọ pé kò bá máa yàgbẹ́ sára. Swagger 2023 ni.
Èwo ni Swagger? Ìyá ń jẹ wá nù ilé.
Swagger 2023. Àwọn ìyá òṣì wọ́n ní Swagger kò bá máa yàgbẹ́ sára, kò bá máa ṣe kinní kan 2023 ni. Ọlọ́run á fún bàbá wa Banji Akíntóyè náà fún wọn lẹ́mìí gígùn àtàlàáfíà. Wọ́n á sì wá débi tá ń lọ yìí. Bàbá wo olóyè Sunday Igboho tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run máa bá wa tú wọn sílẹ̀ láyọ̀ àtàlàáfíà. Kò ní sí kankan tó máa ṣe wọ́n. Ayọ̀ tó ń fi wá sílẹ̀ náà máa wá bá wọn. Àjọ máa délẹ̀ lérí lágbára Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo ẹ̀dákẹ́dá tó fi wọ́n sínú bẹ̀yẹ. Gbogbo ẹ̀dákẹ́dá tó jẹ́ kí bàbá yẹn wà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọn ò ní jèrè àwọn ọmọ wọn. Bàbá yẹn ò ní dé bá wọn. Torí pé ìyà titi wa ni bàbá yẹn ń jẹ. Ìyà wa ni bàbá yẹn ń jẹ. Ẹ wá fìyà ń jẹ aláìṣẹ̀. Àbí tó bá pẹ́ yín pọlitíkà kì í ṣàrò obìnrin lẹ ti jáde. Òun lẹ̀ ní jẹ̀yà. Tọmọtọmọ tẹbítẹbí yín ni. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ̀pọ̀tì yín tí wọ́n ń sọ̀pọ̀tì yín gbogbo wọn pátá wọn máa jẹ nínú ìyà yẹn. Wọ́n á jẹ́ ń bẹ̀. Ẹ wá ti bàbá oníbàbá mọ́nu ilé láìṣẹ̀ láìrò. Bàbá Ìgbòho á nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín o. Ọlọ́run máa tú yín sílẹ̀ láyà àlàáfíà lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run á tú yín sílẹ̀. Ayọ̀ tẹ́ fi àwọn fámìlì yín sílẹ̀. Ayọ̀ yẹn lẹ máa wá bá wọn lágbára Ọlọ́run. Torí pé ìyà wa lẹ́jà fún ìjà wa lẹ́jà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sà.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín mà. Àti máa sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ ṣeun. Ọ̀dà. So, ladies and gentlemen, she's speaking in Yoruba, and that's my mother tongue. But the program is in English, so I'll try and translate. What she was saying is that we are being made to suffer by those in governance, including our Yoruba leaders, Oduduwa leaders. I don't like saying Yoruba. I'll give you a reason as to why I'm doing that in another program. But I'm reluctant to say Yoruba, and I'll do a program on that later. But anyway, essentially, what she's saying is that in other countries, I mean, she's living in, I think she said, is it Kuwait or something like that? I'm not quite sure which one of the Arab countries, and she says that the only thing they have is oil. But they can buy gas, you can live a good life, and everything is okay. We have everything. Again, like I said to you all, look at the mineral resources in Israel. The place that everybody says is holy. And that's good. You're fine. Good. But let's look at the resources they have. Look, potash, copper ore, natural gas, phosphate, rock, magnesium bromide, and clay and sand. That's it. Now look at, I'm just showing you Ondo State alone. Ondo State alone. Granite, marble, gold, gemstone, clay, diorite, lignite. And we have bitumen, they have gas, they have oil. Tell me, of the two places I just mentioned, Israel and just Ondo State alone, which is more blessed? You tell me. I'm not trying to be, I'm just giving you. So when you're talking about blessings, the pastors who are telling you, you'll be blessed, you will get money, you are already blessed. They are trying to make you believe that you are not blessed. Our land has all the resources and more that we need to survive. But those pastors who are working with the fraudulent government are making us believe that we are poor when we have gold. This is what you see in Ondo State. In Ekiti, we talked about gold in the earlier broadcast I did, that they have gold there. And they have the resources that I mentioned. In Ogun State, we have bitumen. Now, in Ondo State, we have gold, we have bitumen, the largest reserves in the world. And our government is importing bitumen. 300 billion naira worth of bitumen is imported every year. But we have it. And look at our roads. Look at our roads. Look at our roads. A nation that is endowed with bitumen should not have roads like this anywhere. Look. Look at our roads. Look at our roads. We have the bitumen. We can employ people to mine the bitumen to fix our roads. But what are these people doing? What are they doing? They are impoverishing us in our land. This is why we have to go for self-determination. This is why we must go for self-determination. This is why we are justified. Look at the roads. Now look at the report. The report says that 42 billion reserves, 42 billion reserves of the highest quality of bitumen in Ondo State. And yet our government goes to import 300 billion every year of bitumen. Think of the amount of jobs that our government is refusing, is throwing away every year by buying what the resources that we already have. Think. Is that good governance? Is that good governance? I'm just asking a simple question here. Let us really try and, educate our people. I did a program about this yesterday in Yoruba. Today I'm doing it in Oduduwa language, or however we want to qualify that. But in my language, the language of my ancestors. But I'm doing this today in English because I want to reach more people, to reach my Igbo brothers, to reach my Biafran brothers, reach my Middle Belt brothers, so that we know that when we do go for, these are the reasons why we can go for self-determination, because we have the resources beneath our feet. Now let's go into, I'm going to just show you. Look, in Ondo State alone, I'm going to count it out to you. Oil is in Ondo State. Bitumen is in Ondo State. Gas, the second largest deposit, gas, one of the largest natural deposits in the entire world, is in Ondo State. Granite, marble that people go and import. We have marble, but they go and import marble from Italy. We have gold. We have gemstones. We have clay, diorite. We are blessed beyond compare. So don't let any pastor lie to you and tell you that you are poor, that you should look to God. It's a lie. Don't let any pastor, any imam tell you that you're from a poor nation, because the nation that doesn't have what you have. The nation of Israel does not have what you have. Look at that. They don't have what you have. That's all they have. And in just one state, that one state alone has everything and more. I'm going to go through the other states as well, just to really help us continue. Like I said, please do subscribe, do share the broadcast. I appreciate you. I would appreciate you to continue to share this broadcast as far as wide as you can. I know Facebook are not promoting it and they're restricting the reach of the platform, but that's okay. But if you can do your bit, if you can, help us subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Will be doing us a great favor indeed. Let's go, and I might be back later on anyway on the other platform, but on Oduduwa TV radio platform. But I'm just trying to show us this. Something's gone wrong. What's happened there? Okay, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but I will come back to it. So let me just do that again. Okay. 1 second, just checking what's going on. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's try one more time. Hopefully it'll be working now. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, so what I'm most trying to make us really understand in all of this is that we are being oppressed and suppressed in our land. I've just shown you, and you're looking on the screen right now. You're looking at the resources in Ondo State. That should create jobs. We should be with the amount of, a lot of countries around the world are trying to build the roads and everything else, and the resources we have, we should be mining and creating jobs for our people in the areas where we have the bitumen. That will create jobs. It will create employment. It will, our economy will boom, and we were to import. You know, we are in bitumen is the number one import in Contration, Nigeria, a nation that has the resources. How come we are importing it? Please subscribe to us, share this broadcast. If it makes sense, if it resonates with you, we really do appreciate your effort. I don't know how else to even do this, but other than to say to you all, please go ahead to Citizen AY on YouTube and subscribe, because Facebook, as you can see, they are depressing the numbers deliberately. Let me see how many people have shared the broadcast. If you're watching, please do share. 50 people have shared the broadcast and only 16 are watching from what Facebook are saying. So clearly you can see that Facebook are doing something to keep the numbers down. So I'll be trying to do this broadcast on a daily basis. Now let's go to another state whilst I'm here. I might not do all the states. I'll try and see if I can do as many of the states as I can, or I might be leaving the broadcast around about 11 because I need to go and do one or two things. So, but let's see how it goes. Let's see how we can now. I'm going to show you another state. Okay, so let me show you. So that's Ondo State. Now I'm going to show you Osun State as well. On here, Osun has got gold, talc, feldspar, tourmaline, columbite, granite, aquamarine, iron ore, kaolin. Now let's go and see again. I'm just going to try and I'm trying to give you reasons why you should have confidence in going for Oduduwa Nation. We have to. We are blessed. We shouldn't. There's nothing for us to fear. Nothing. These guys are taking our resources. They are preventing employment. As we are so blessed, we can look that asphalt. We can use it in so many places to line the walls of the canal, to build, to make big pipes to pipe water, whatever we want to do. But these guys are impoverishing us in our land. And the pastors and the imams are joining to keep us blind to what we have in our land, so that we never stand up and work together and get it. Now, let me go for, what did I just say now? Mineral resources in Osun State, yes. So, I'm going to be back later on, but I just want to, I'm going to be back later on, that's for sure. But I want to do this day now, and I might, I just want us to really look at things and understand that this is all, this is an injustice that we mustn't accept. And keep in mind, everything that you see behind me are resources in our land, including gold, including bitumen, including, gemstones. These are things that are highly sought after around the world. So never believe that we are poor. The resources, the picture you see behind me is what we have in our own land. So let's go and look at Osun. Now, in Osun State, again it says here, gold. Let me just go forward. Let me just move it down a bit. Okay. Gold. Let me, oh, sorry. Okay, so let me do this. Just want to make it so that I can see it. Okay, let me just check something, making sure it's in. It should be in. How many places? I'm just trying to make sure it fits in, fits everything in, because I can see it's missing some bits there. I just want to make sure it's got everything in. Right. Okay, good. Now, so you can see in Osun State, it says here, gold, talc, feldspar, cassiterite, columbite, granite, mica, iron ore. Iron is what is used in making cars, kaolin, tourmaline, aquamarine, etc. You see? So what I am saying to you, that we have this in our land. These are opportunities to create gold. Is a lot. That's you can create. Why is it our governance is telling us that we cannot do it? And they're importing what we have. We cannot trust them. This is why we need to go for self-determination. This is why we must go for self-determination. I urge you all, please, let's continue to really, let's continue to really make sure that we get this message out. It's very, very, very important that we do not allow anybody to continue to keep us in the dark in our own land. It's sheer madness. It's injustice. So I'm gonna try and do one or two things, but I'm trying to just show you what we have. Why aren't we, when anybody tells you we have nothing, again, look at what you have here and look at what they have in Israel. They haven't got it. Okay, they have natural gas in Israel. They have copper, or that's all. They have 7 mineral resources. In one state, they have severe, in huge quantities of the resource I just mentioned to you now. Osun State, gold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. In just one state, one state. So I'm doing this so that we can reawaken ourselves and understand. So, and like I said, in something like out of the 8 states in Oduduwa Nation, 6 of them have gold reserves. 3 to 4 of them have got bitumen. So you see, I mentioned in Ogun State there's bitumen. In Ondo State there's bitumen. Now let's go and find, and I believe in Lagos State there's bitumen. So there is no reason why we should have bad roads. There is no reason. And that's why when we go for Yoruba Nation, our people will not want for any of these things. We have to. Now, next thing. Oyo State. Let's go and look at Oyo State. So we've now done Osun. So let's go and look at Oyo State. Okay, I just want to just do this before I wrap things up, because I need to probably head off soon. What's the time? I've been here for 2 hours now, I think. Yeah, 10:18. So I'll see. So, so let's look at Oyo State again. I've mentioned it, but I want to just give you. I don't want to just talk about it alone. I want to actually see it, so you see it in on their own site as well. So it says here. So mineral resources: iron ore, tantalite, columbite, cassiterite, bismuth, gemstones, gold, marble, red clay, sand, gravel, granite, cyanite, kaolin. These are things that we have that can create jobs. They will create jobs for our people. And we do not, many of us, having seen this now, I'm sure many of us who are in diaspora would want to come home and be part of the process to make sure that we can bring this to life for our people to benefit from. I certainly am keen to come home and make sure that the mining of bitumen in the 3 major states, Ogun State, Lagos, Eko, Ogun State, Eko, Ondo State, where they have huge reserves of the bitumen, that they are mined, and that is used to fix our roads, not only in the southwest, but to other places, other states Biafra may want to tap that and use. Then we work with them. We sell to them. They fix their roads. This will help our economies. This is madness to believe one Nigeria is importing $300 billion of 300 billion naira worth of bitumen every year, and it is the top ranked import in our nation. This is nonsense. This is utter nonsense. It's time we woke up. It is time we woke up. Let me see if I can call Abba Kyari on this one. Let me see. I have to call and speak to him another. I'll have to organize that some another time. But I want you to just understand that this is where we have to wake up. I'm telling you, these are the resources in Oyo State. But you will never hear a pastor or an imam mention any of these resources in their churches to make you aware that you are rich. They don't want you to know this. We need to make you aware. This is why we need to go for self-determination. This is why we need to make sure that we have vigilante groups set up across the whole of our of Oduduwa nation to protect our lives, to protect our people. It's important that we do this. Now, let me go on and do some more, mention some more states. So we got Oyo State now. I've just mentioned to you. Now, and they got gold. So like I said, in 6 states, in Ekiti, in Osun, Ondo, Oyo, Ekiti, Ondo, Oyo, Osun, Kogi, and Kwara, they've got gold in 6 of those states. Ogun and Lagos are the ones that don't have gold reserves. 6. So somebody telling you that, you're poor, you can't, it's a lie. It is a barefaced lie, and they are importing bitumen. Oh, this is painful. This is beyond painful. Now let me go and look at this again. I will then come back and look at the Abba Kyari case. I will listen to the case on channels. We can talk about that and people can call in as well. Let's have a look at this. So we're looking at, we said Oyo. Now let's go and look at Kogi. Because I don't believe in just sort of saying mineral resources in Kogi. So from what I've shown you now, which state nation is blessed, Yoruba nation or Israel, based on in terms of resources? You tell me. You tell me. You go and tell me. You just draw your own conclusions. Because this is what we need to. These are the kind of thinking, the resource. What you see behind me are the things that we have in our soil. Look, there we go. I'm sorry if I do beg those of you who might be having an issue with the fact that I use the mouse, but I need to use it to be able to get information out to you. So it says here, coal, iron ore. Let me see, and then there's a place in Kogi where they found gold as well. So Mokpa, I think it is. Let me just have a look. Mokpa there you go. So you see, the 10 mineral resources in Kogi are gold, silver, tin, copper, lead, zinc, iron, nickel, chromium, aluminium. You see? They're there. And then there are things like gravel, gypsum, halite, uranium, dimension stone. These are things that are in Kogi right now. Gold is there. I mentioned we need to know these things, and we need to have people on ground to know it. Our job is to enlighten and raise the awareness level among our people on ground. It's not just, when I'm doing this, I'm not just saying, oh, look at what I know. Come on. No. This is information that we need to share to make our people aware of what is going on. I mean, I need to find a way to do it and bring it onto another platform as well. But These are things that I want us to be aware of. So that's Kogi, for example. I've just shown you Kogi. Again, so there are resources there. These are all avenues to create jobs. We can create jobs, provide it to the market, and this would really help our economy as individual nations. So never fear when we say we are going our own way. Don't have a doubt. We can survive on our own. That's what I'm saying to you. We can survive as Oduduwa nation. We can survive. They know it and they're afraid. And the plain fact is they are importing. The minute we stop, we separate ourselves, we will start using the bitumen to fix our roads. You will see brilliant roads when we get Yoruba Oduduwa nation. You will see amazing roads, hospitals, bridges. Everything will be there because we have it. But these people are, to stay in Contration Nigeria is to stay in a slave camp. We are being enslaved in our land. Again, I remind you, the resources that we have, they are the ones that you see behind me. That's what we have in our land as we speak right now. Now, to Kogi, I've done Kogi. So let's go into Kwara State. Let's go and look at Kwara State. So let's go here. So I'm just trying to awaken us to be aware of what's going on, to start making sure that we need to assist. This is for each and every one of us to know. Many of us who are in diaspora now, by now it will be clear to us that the fact that we were forced to come here, to come abroad, simply because our governance has lied to us. They have not allowed us to have direct access to our resources beneath our feet to improve our lives. That's what they've done. It's as simple as that. They've lied and lied and lied to us. So here we go. You go again. Look at that. In Kwara State, petroleum, oil, gold, limestone, marble, feldspar, clay, kaolin, and granite rocks. That's in Kwara State right there. That's in Kwara State. These are what you have in Kwara State. You see? And the reason I'm doing this is to wake us up. So we've talked about Ekiti, Ondo, Ogun, Oyo, Oshun, Kogi, Kwara. And now there's one more final one is to go into Lagos. But I'm telling you, petroleum is in Kwara State. And these are all states that we are full of resources that we do not have to worry. There is no fear. We need not have any fear about how we will survive, because the government is not using the resources to improve our lives. Instead of doing that, they're borrowing money and importing what we already have, like bitumen, rice. We should not be importing any rice. No food. Our land is so fertile. We should be a major exporter in all types of food, because the land is so fertile. And we can be major exporters of fertilizers, because phosphate from our land is what is used in making fertilizers, and we can produce that. This requires a major rethink in our mind, and this program like this is to design to wake up our people. And ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. If this resonates with you, what we're sharing on this platform, please don't forget to go to Citizen AY on YouTube and subscribe. We very much like you to go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. There we go. So if you go ahead and subscribe right now, I would be truly grateful. But this is here designed to make you be alert and awake and be aware of the injustice and the oppression that we've been faced with. We have 42 billion tons, I believe it is, of bitumen. Second largest in the entire world. There should be no bad roads. Our roads should be smooth, clean, and will create employment. The millions of jobs can be created just on that alone. If we just focus on mining of bitumen across the 3 states where they are in: Ogun State, Ondo State, Ogun State, Ondo State, and Eko. Job creation, and that can those are the things that our people need to be able to build roads, light, all of this stuff. Right. So let's do one final one before I move on to another topic. But I wanted to just show you. So let's go and look at Lagos. So Lagos State now. Okay. Let's go and look at Lagos State. So let's do this. Lagos State. So this is criminal to have resources and the government using our money to import the same mineral because somebody wants to make money and not employ our people. It's a criminal offense. That should be termed, it should be tagged the criminal offense that those who have been involved in that should be faced with. They should be made to face. Right now, the fact that they are importing bitumen, every single person involved in that should be charged to court, because you are wasting our money. One, we are having to import what we already have, and you are denying children, the coming generation, the right to good road, schools, hospital, bridges, safety, because that money could have been used on having 24/7 electricity. But to spend 1.2 trillion every 4 years on a resource we have, it's madness. Now, so here's Lagos. Bitumen, again, I told you, bitumen is in Ogun State, it's in Eko, and it's in Ondo. Those 3, we can create jobs right there. Clay is so bitumen, clay, glass sand, oil, and gas. They have oil and gas in Lagos again. So there is no part of Oduduwa nation that is poor. Do you hear me? There is no part of Oduduwa nation that is poor. None. Zero. Let me show you what Israel has. So those of you that like, oh, I'm going to Israel, oh, I'm doing this, I'm showing you. This is what they have. Potash, copper ore, natural gas, phosphate rock, magnesium bromide, clays and sand. That's it. In every state, minimum of 5 to 6 resources in every single state, and they are in abundance. Your mind, you've been told that you're poor and you believe it. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. Now I'm grateful for your support. Please continue to subscribe to Citizen AY. Share this broadcast as you're getting it. I know there's numbers are going down. It's been deliberately depressed. Go to YouTube, subscribe to Citizen AY. You'll be doing us a great favor if you can do that. I really appreciate your support. I want to do something more now. So I will come back again, talk about this. I, at this point, urge every single Southerner, be part of a vigilante group in your communities. In any community that you are in the South, make sure that you are part of the, make sure that you set up vigilante groups, because we need vigilante groups to protect the lives of our people. We need vigilante groups. And I would urge you all to please help subscribe to us on Citizen AY on YouTube. Let's see if I can do this. One second. Oh. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, don't worry. Okay. So now, so that's fine. I want to just check one more thing, which I wanted to do quickly, but I can probably do that afterwards. But let me just quickly check something here. Sorry. Sorry, there's a bit of a slow reaction. And this might be the junction which I might end the broadcast soon, but I wanted to do something on here to make it. It's very, very slow at the minute, so I don't know if it's frozen. It may well have frozen. Okay, I'm gonna, sorry about that. It is taking some time. I don't know what's doing that now. So somebody called me and I try not to, let that be the case, but don't know what's going on. It's not letting me move. Something is very, very slow. So I might be calling it a day here, and I'll do another program because I want to make sure that we've covered as much as we can. But I just want to, in closing in all of this, okay, yeah, something is not right. So, okay, so, okay. So we're going to talk about this now. Let's see. Okay. I want to go through what they talked about earlier on today, if we can. There's something that I want you to really understand and follow here. Facebook are playing games and they're deliberately depressing the numbers, but that's okay. We're not going to be deterred by that. That's their problem. If that's how they want to do it, let them do it that way. We're not going to be deterred. We're going to continue and talk about things and raise the level of awareness as is necessary. We need to do that. We must do it because the injustice is going on. So now let's have a look at this. I just want to just do something quickly. What I'm going to do is to make sure this works. Okay. Àwọn èèyàn wa létí ká lè ṣe àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ ẹjọ́ tẹ́ bá ní ọ̀rọ̀ kan àbí méjì láti fi kún ọ̀rọ̀ kan. So now, I don't know what's going on. It's a
Our
network.
website, channelstv.com, has more information on our top stories and others.
Okay, I want to get to a particular point. So, because there's something I want you to listen to about Abba Kyari in all of this. So let's go here. If you will let me do it, because it's on channels this morning. I want you to listen to one of the two things as to why we think Abba Kyari's case is a smokescreen to prevent him from being extradited or something. I'm not too sure. I'm not an expert on this, I have to add. I'm not an expert, but those who are in the know seem to have said that, and it's something that we shouldn't necessarily ignore. So let us hear what they have to say here. So I'm just trying to get that to you. Then once I do that, then we can wrap up for a little bit and I can head off. And I may be back later on a different broadcast. But I want to thank those of you who have joined us. Please don't forget to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. It really will be of great help. If this doesn't work, we will leave it and come back to that another time. Because I'm trying to make sure that this thing, I'm trying to give it... I'm trying to make sure that we can have a meaningful discussion, but it looks like there's something not quite working as it should. So if it doesn't work, in that case, we'll wrap it up here and just move on to the next and come back later on and talk to people and give you some more insight into things. I'm going to try one more time because I don't know what's going on. It should really be there, but it's not letting me do it for some reason. Okay, let me do that for a minute and then go back here because I just want to really show you something which I saw, which was on about Abba Kyari case, and it's very important. I think Guru mentioned something, and I wanted, and it's really important to highlight and emphasize the criminal elements, the deep criminal element embedded within this contraption called Nigeria, and why we must dismantle it, and why we must go our own way. It's proven difficult somewhat, but we'll try. Let's try again. Let me try again. Then I'll come back later maybe, and because I do need to make sure I go and get myself ready for the things I want to do. Let's have a look. It's not letting me do that for some reason. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back later on. I was going to do that now, but I will do back. I'll come back and talk about Abba Kyari situation later on, because I think there's some sort of glitch or something. I'm not able to move around as I would normally do, and I don't want to push it now. I think we've done about 2 hours now on this discussion. So what we will do, before I do anything else, above all else, I want you to look at this. To just remember that in all of this, this is really slowing up. These are the resources that we have in our land. I want you to know that. What you see behind me, these are the resources we have in our land. And we have been denied access for it for way too long, and we've been impoverished. And what is even more criminal is that the government have been importing resources that we have in our land instead of using that resource and saving that money to fix things like water, light, road, to fix those things for us. So it's criminal, and that's why we're going for Yoruba Nation. And ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen Wire, the platform where we speak truth to power. I just want to thank you for joining me. I'll be back later on, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm going to try and make sure it's a daily broadcast from this end and try and build things back up, despite whatever Facebook may be doing. But I want to thank you all for joining me. And those who called in, I appreciate you. If you want to follow what we talked about, go back to the broadcast and you listen to it. We are not poor. Our resources, we are endowed with so much resources, and I'm just giving you a sample of the resources that you see on the pictures. Every single thing that you see in that picture is what we have in our land, and we must make sure that we make our people aware and begin to change our mindset. Many of us don't believe that. We believe that we're nothing, and we are everything. And those people who know us, they don't want us to know what we have. The pastors and the imams are working with the government to keep us mentally impoverished, as well as mentally and physically impoverished. The time has come for us to begin to reawaken ourselves so that we can begin to go for self-determination. This is criminal for a government to be importing bitumen when we have the second largest reserves in the entire world, and that money could be used on things like hospital, on roads, on light, on water. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen Wire, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you for watching. I'll be back later on. Thank you and goodbye.